fixated on getting on. I know you niggas love to hate it. This ain't nothing but a little motivation. It's something you can ride to, close your eyes to. It's the shit that we get high to, motivation.
What it do, everybody? It's your boy Q Beans, and I'd like to welcome y'all to another segment of Winnin N Losin. So if you made it here, go ahead and give yourself a round of applause. Then go ahead and give me and my co-host a round of applause. Today I got my boy Los on here. And we're going to talk about a couple relevant topics. We're going to talk about sports. And we might, y'all might be mad at us by the end of this show. Women, tune in. You'll find out why. But we're about to jump right into it. The first segment we're going to talk about is the Remy and Papoose situation. So let me update you on everything. So we all know Papoose held Remy down for 6 years while she was in prison. She went to prison for assault, weapons, and attempted coercion. They've been going back and forth for the last couple of weeks. And when she first got out, there were rumors that she was cheating with a guy or a battle rapper called Crazy the Block Captain. All right. So that died down, I'll say about a year ago, a few months ago. And then all of a sudden, we get a lot of interviews and a lot of live segments from Remy talking about a lot. It's getting messy, man. So with that, Papoose is showing that he has moved on. And his new girlfriend is Claressa. Well, I'm sorry, let me give her a better introduction. Professional boxer and Olympic gold medalist Claressa Shields. What's your take on this, Los?
Man, hey, first of all, Claressa the GOAT. So man, he with the GOAT, man. And I feel like it shouldn't even be no back and forth. If you with somebody like Claressa, man, they should just not even entertain none of that. They should just move on, do their thing. But hey, man, that's what it is, man. You know how that goes.
So, do you think Remy has started the back and forth, or started going on her rant because she believes Papoose upgraded in that situation?
If she downgraded, she probably wouldn't entertain it. Or she might would have something to say. It just depends on the character,
Okay.
I don't know if she just hating or she just bitter. I don't know.
Now, I did see an interview from the both of them where Papoose would visit her almost every day, if not every day, in prison, to the point where she told him, hey, you got to stop coming up here every day and work on your career. Now, with this, like I said, Claressa Shields did go on the Breakfast Club for an interview. She really didn't talk about the matter so much because she has her career going on. And with that, she basically didn't mention Remy's name, but she basically said that Papoose needed to handle his business. Let's take a look at that.
When somebody is just truthful with you from the beginning, but there is no secrets, it's just, hey, this is what it is, and do you accept or do you not accept? That's kind of what it was, and he's been truthful from the beginning. Women are women. I don't know what else to say. Like I don't have any ill will toward any women, and I don't have any ill will toward her. You know.
So y'all haven't spoke or nah?
No, I mean she made her post and whatever, and that was about it. But like I said, women are women. They're very emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was
all right. So, we know that if it was between Remy and Claressa knock out.
Punches. That was literally going to get the attention.
Remy, she went to jail for all that, for the weapons and shit. But when it come to hands, we know that Claressa,
Yeah, that ain't.
she wouldn't stand a chance.
She would kill him,
Now,
bro.
she'd kill him, right?
Yeah,
So
literally.
now, in this situation, Remy and Papoose were like what every all black couples wanted to be. A black guy holding his woman down. Basically, just by holding them down while, he raises their daughter. But this clearly is not showing what the model relationship or the model marriage, what it should be. Okay.
Nah.
Now, Pap, go ahead.
Hey, but that's life though. That's how it be sometimes. That's life. You feel me? And at the same time, like the backtrack on how you was saying that she told him to go focus on his career instead of keep coming up there. I don't look at that necessarily as a as like that's kind of like her support him, like saying go work on instead of keep coming him every day, go work on your craft and go pursue doing what you usually would do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so it's just unfortunate that after she got out, things ain't work out. But
Do you
that's
think Remy, after everything he did, do you think Remy was right in this whole situation as far as not what her interviews or anything, but as far as what she did with the battle rapper?
Nah, nah. I don't agree with what she did, but I'm just saying that happens though. You
Okay.
know.
So as men, we should expect that to happen.
Yeah. Not expect, but it just as
Ooh,
humans, men and women, that happens sometimes.
okay.
People
It
just because
happens.
yeah, you held them down, they would appreciate that, but you get out, you still tempted with life, just like you would be any other situation. You know what I'm saying? Just because you held them down all the time, don't necessarily mean like, man, I I can't never goddamn not. You know what I'm saying?
Because we all heard before. We have heard before. Women want a bad boy. They think they want a good guy until they get born. How do you feel on that?
Man, good, bad, whatever kind of guy, man. I think after a while, it, it's tempting.
You
And
gotta rekindle it, right?
the longer relationship is, the more tempting things get. The longer it go, you know what I'm saying? It's
I feel, I feel you
yeah.
on that. So check this out. We haven't heard anything from Papoose. She had been going on her rants, on her lives, and we hadn't heard anything from Papoose. But finally, Papoose did drop a live and told us what was really going on. Let's take a look at this.
Bad about her, man. That's something that I never wanted to do. That's why when this took place, when she first got caught cheating with the lame, I brought it to her attention. I said, first of all, I couldn't even believe that she was stooped that low because he's such a cornball. Y'all see it, y'all say it yourself. I'm like, yo, it's no way it's this nigga. Because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, damn, who is this nigga? Because, we were living a normal, peaceful life, raising our child like we planned to, and she started to move real strange. So in the process of her moving strange, it became stranger and stranger, worse and worse. So I said, damn, I gotta see what's going on. What the hell is going on? I started to do my research. As I did my research, I found out she was cheating with the lame. So once I find out, I brings it to her attention. I said, mind you, I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. Like I told y'all before, the reason I knocked him out was because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. It's a difference. But let me tell y'all this. So I bring it to her attention that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. She tells me, him? Why him? Why him out of all people? Not Goods? Not Hitman? My word is my bond is my life. I should give my life before my word shall fail. This was her exact words. Him? Why would I deal with him? I said, Rem, I know you're dealing with the lane. I know it. First and foremost, how it first fell on my radar that she was cheating with the nigga, he was running his mouth and it came back to me. They said, yo, Pat, this nigga out here telling niggas he fucking your wife. I said, word. So I did a little bit more research, connect a couple more dots, I finds out. She tells me this. Okay, I finds out. Mind you, it's not the first time she cheated. You know what I mean? I continued the marriage because I live by my wedding vow. I try to live by my wedding vows. Richer for poor, sick and for health, sickness and health, you know what I'm saying? Better for worse, death to us part. So you try to work through things. Anybody out there who's married, y'all understand. So I found out she cheating with the lane. I bring it to her attention. Of course, we have an altercation, like basically argument back and forth or whatever transpired, right? Okay. She decides, and I decide that we're going to go to therapy. But she brings it to my attention, to be honest. She said, I think we should do therapy. I said, okay. Even though I'm private and I don't like to speak to people about my personal business, that was a very, very difficult thing for me to do. But I said, you know what? Let's do the therapy. We go to the therapist. We go to the therapist. The therapist's first question is, do you guys want a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. So when she comes on live and say, we haven't slept in the bed since 2022, and to make it seem like and fabricate a story like we had some agreement, you such a liar.
Okay. So he said he had to do his research. We all been here. we all been there. Well, we had to do our research. Right. She said, from his words, she said, him. I'm pretty sure Papoose wasn't the only one who heard that kind of reference before. How you feel? And not to mention, Papoose knocked the dude out.
Hey, that's all that's it right there. We ain't got nothing else to talk about right there. That's the end of that conversation.
But
he got knocked out,
yeah,
bro. So I don't even want to talk about him no more.
he got knocked out because Remy set it up for him to shake Papoose' hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for women out there who, I don't know what would make you want to have whoever you're dealing with shake the hand or possibly be around anybody you're cheating with or messing with. I don't know. Maybe that's the ultimate get back. Maybe that's the final boss of all bosses as far as get back. Who knows why people do it? And don't feel, I don't want anybody to think I'm speaking as if men never do anything wrong. But in this particular situation, we know that comes from a woman's side of things when they do that. So with this situation, Papoose, he hasn't even really went back and forth. He did put it on he did set the record straight. He did say, I know it wasn't in the last video, he did state that she cheated once when she, before she started messing with the battle rapper. And that's on another interview. But he stated that when she got out, she brought, or one of her friends she was locked up with came in the house. And they was basically fucking around in the other room while their daughter were there. While their daughter was there. So with that type of situation, do you fault Papoose for staying even in the first situation? Because a lot of men, we don't hold the same regard for our woman cheating with another woman versus a man. And why is that? I like to ask you, why don't we feel the same way or take it a little more lightly when they cheat with a woman versus cheating with another man?
I don't know. I don't.
You don't? Okay. So that's probably just the urban legend, probably.
Man, I ain't no telling what people be thinking. What you think?
I do believe, that is a situation. I do believe I've had a couple friends, they found out that their wife cheated or their girl cheated with another girl, and some of those guys they got mad, but they got mad only because they felt like, well, damn, you ain't invite me.
And what's your personal opinion?
I think I agree with you. I do think it doesn't matter who, what age, what sex, what color. If you stepping out, you stepping out, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's a simple fact in this particular situation that this happens a lot in, households. But the fact that we're talking about it, the reason we're talking about it is because their what was sacred, their household name was in was everybody or was something that everybody looked up to. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So upon that situation, I do feel like the only reason Remy is going back and forth so much, and I'm gonna say it again. I know I said it before. Only reason Remy is going back and forth because Papoose upgraded, and that's a simple fact. When when we go through our breakups and when the guy upgrades, a lot of women think the guy's just gonna soap over her and just cry and take some time to just try to get over her. When the fact of the matter is, men have been getting their hearts broke since kindergarten. So if we've been getting our hearts broke since kindergarten. That's probably that's
Let me ask
probably
you this.
why. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. You think if he had left and went with a chick who won't hitting on nothing, like, you know what I'm saying, who was a three, you know what I'm saying, a 3 out of 10, you think she would have been hating still? Like, would have been like, oh, I can't believe you talking to this person. Like, you think she still would have been hating, or you think she would just let him be?
I think she would have let him be. And you said if the chick was a three. I
Or just somebody that's
believe
not attractive,
I believe if the chick was a 10,
or
even
nobody.
if, check this out, even if the chick was a 10, pretty face, long hair, big butt, flat stomach, and had nothing going on with her life, Remy wouldn't be so angry right now. She would not be hating the way she's hating. She's been hating on Papoose and Claressa. And just in case y'all don't know who Claressa Shields is, can you let them know who Claressa Shields is, Los?
Man, she is the greatest female boxer of all time. She's the first female to unify all belts. Actually, the first person to unify all belts before Bud even
First
did it.
person?
First person, female did it before a man even did it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So
gold medalist. She's her. She is her. I think she even had MMA fights. She been in WWE for a couple times. She
damn.
fights just cause. Man.
So yeah, even if, like I was telling you, even if she was a 10 and they have shit going on for herself, I don't think Remy would apply pressure like that. But
Yeah,
I mean, Clarissa, she got so many accolades, man.
yeah,
I mean, I like to say Papoose did right, and he
yeah. Of
upgraded. And
course.
I'm not just talking about for looks, because what what women don't understand is part of the reason that we're drawn to you. A part of that is your looks. We want to make sure you're loyal. You ain't got too many bodies. People say, I hear from time to time, yeah, that body count shit don't matter. But what if they what if she smashed your homeboy? Who knows? I want you to watch it's a video. I want you to watch this, Los. Let me what was his name? There was a podcaster. What was his name? His name was Corey Holcomb, and he had this to say about the situation. Let's take a look.
I brought this picture up for a reason. If your woman is out in public with you like this, that's not your woman. That's our woman.
Look at his face.
I hope my brother don't think I'm dissing him.
No.
If your woman is in public with you like this, I don't care if you agreed or disagreed. If she out in public with you like that, that's our woman. If your girl walk with you in public like this, you can't protect her. If your girl is out in public with you like this, she is not prioritizing you. She putting you in a room full of gangbangers with an opposite set outfit on. Yeah. If your woman is in public like this, you are in danger.
If your woman is out like that, she ain't your woman first. Let's get that straight.
Didn't I say it? Yeah.
She ain't yours, homie.
But I'm saying an intelligent.
All right. So we watched that video, and I need to ask you a question regarding that video. Your wife, girl, whoever you're dealing with, would you let her come out the house like that?
It depends on the occasion. It depends on the occasion, man. Depends what we doing.
Depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, what the occasion is.
Oh, hell nah. That's exactly the reason Papoose is in his situation right now.
Papoose is beat. Hey, man, you gonna have to smack a woman like damn, what's her name?
You said Remy?
Yeah, you gonna have to smack Remy.
We don't. Just letting everybody know we don't condone no smacking of any kind of women. Besides, Papoose wouldn't have been able to smack Remy, dog. Remy would have popped his ass.
Yeah.
You know, I told you what she went to prison for.
Yeah. I heard she shot her friend.
Hey, I ain't even hear that part, but hey, if it happened, like, he would have woke up. She probably would have, they probably would have, he would have woke up in the bed, blood everywhere. She would have acted like things were cool, and then, yeah, he would have got. But I do think Papoose did upgrade Claressa. She brought all the, what'd she do again?
As far as her what accomplishments?
Accomplishments.
Man, Claressa, let me see, she's the first male or female boxer to unify all the belts to become the undisputed champion of the world in 5 different weight classes. So no male or female has ever done that. So in a nutshell, man, she's something like the greatest boxer of all time, really.
Like this guy behind me?
Yeah, like that guy.
They can't see. That's not Ali, y'all. That's Mike. I know y'all can't see. Y'all can't see it, but that's probably why Remy has not brought her name up yet, because Remy don't want those problems. She really doesn't want any of those problems. But y'all let us know what you think. Y'all comment, subscribe, and don't forget to like the video. But next, the next subject we want to dive into last night's game, and that was the OKC Thunder versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Last night, the MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, had a 34-point game, 7 boards, 8 assists. Following him, I think Holmgren Chet Holmgren had about a 22-point game. Now for Minnesota, Julius Randle had the high of 24, 5 boards, 3 assists for them. And Ant-Man had 19, 6 boards, 2 assists.
Man, it's over for them boys.
It's over. OKC closed out the series. Do you think
Nice fashion too.
Do you think Ant-Man, are they giving him too much praise for being or trying to be the future face of the league? Or do you think Shea Gilchrist, Alex, that's it. Do you think Shea took that spot for a new face of the league?
Well, they both hooping, man. They both great talents. I would say that Shea team and right now they're on a better path than what Minnesota is, but Minnesota balling too. You know, they in the Western Conference Finals, but yeah, they got outplayed. Well, they got outplayed. Minnesota got outplayed by Thunder for sure. Shea and Ant-Man, you know, Shea been there for a little bit longer than Ant-Man too. Just a little bit. Um, no, I think Ant-Man still. I think he just going through his bumps and bruises, man. I think he might be. But this might be Shea year though. Look like it's gonna be his year. Like he gonna get a ring, and if they get past the Pacers, which I think they can get past the Pacers for sure.
You know who else gonna get, who's gonna love Shea getting past everybody? Drake. Because
I,
Shea
I told.
is from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
He's now considered top 3 in the league.
Yeah.
They're not
A
like
bad
us.
boy.
They're not like us.
Hey, man. That boy balling up, man. He putting belt the ass out there. He putting belt the ass.
Hey, look,
Everybody.
man. Hey, look, man. They need more help. They need to. They need to give Rudy Gobert to somebody who can actually use him. He's not. He's overrated. He did win a couple of Defensive Player of the Years. They think just because they had a good big man that was gonna get him by. Ant-Man, you got here too early, dog. You made a lot of people mad. A lot of people bet on you. A lot of people bet on you. And you're having 18-point games in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
In the Western
You see, bro,
Conference
they got Dort.
Finals.
You see how they got like 4 amazing defenders out there, and then and they send them 2 and 3 at a time to Ant Davis. I mean to Ant Edwards, and then if he so happened to beat them guys, and then go to the paint, shit, Holmgren right there waiting on them. But yeah, you got to get past Dort. You got to do Dort Williams. He a great defender. What's my man name with the ball head? Caruso. He a good defender. Shea, he play with some intensity. Like them guys out there, man, they defensive.
I'm glad you mentioned Caruso. This is going to be his second ring. You know where he got his
He went to
first one
Lakers,
at?
right?
He
Lakers.
won one with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
With King Bron. Say his name.
Yeah, he the man
Say
too.
his
He the
King
GOAT.
Bron.
GOAT.
So I hope we're not going to talk too much about the Lakers today. I hope the Lakers do make some adjustments, get a couple picks, or do a couple trades rather. Because I don't think they have too many more picks. They do need a big man, but we're gonna, go forward, and we're gonna talk about tonight's game. Tonight's game um, is the New York Knicks versus the Pacers, and this is game 5. Pacers lead 3-1. Tyrese Halliburton. I call him Halliburton because he still games. He's been going off, man. What you got for tonight's game?
Man, I got them boys getting them up out of here on a gentleman's suite. I think
Oh, okay.
Indiana gonna go and finish it out this tonight. Yeah. That's how I look, man. It ain't. It's over for him.
I do think, because I don't think New York has any gas left in the tank. Brunson gonna give you maybe 40 here, 30 points there. Um, Last game, Karl Anthony Towns, what did he have? He had 24. He stepped up a little bit, but Pacers are just too much. We watched Siakam go off. Not the last game, but the game before that. And we watched uh Tyrese Halliburton get 32, 12 boards, and 15 assists. I bet they're not saying what the hell Halliburton anymore.
Man, Halliburton has been him when it comes to being a floor general, man. He's been the best passer for like the last 3 years. I'm more I'm more impressed by what he's been how he's been closing out games and being as clutch as he is because I never looked at him as he's an okay scorer, but I never looked at him as like an amazing scorer, especially one who could take over games. So right now in these last few games and in the playoffs, between last series and this series, man, he showed me another side of him. I ain't lying.
Uh,
What you think about it?
So I think the Pacers, just like you said, they're going to close out tonight's game. Um, I think New York they've already given up. I think probably Brunson goes for 25, maybe Karl Anthony Towns goes for a small 20-point game. But I don't think it's any more fight left in the New York Knicks. So Pacers gonna close this thing out tonight. So that's what I got. And you know, who you got winning everything? Pacers or OKC?
Okay, see, for sure.
Shea is a beast. Shea is a beast. All right. So um that's how we're gonna end
I had a
today's
parlay for
segment.
you.
What's that?
So I had a parlay for you, man. We got
Okay, yeah, let's go into
Anthony
some good.
Towns with the 20
Okay,
points. We're gonna get me Halliburton 20 points. Halliburton 9 dimes. Indiana win the game.
okay. Um, I did check out Outlier. Um, Obi Toppin has exceeded 6.5 points in 14 of his last 16 games on the road. That might be a bet to watch out. It's hit 87% of the time. So that might be a quick little bet for you. Um, who else we got? We got Andrew Nemhard. He's exceeded 11.5 points and 6 straight games on the road. That's hit 100% of the time. That's minus 111 on underdog. So hopefully you can get a little bit of money from there. But we'll see. Halliburton don't get that shit. I'm on your ass, Los.
Ah,
Hey, well, look though. That was today's segment. Today's episode was called Upgrade. It's
upgrade.
it's called Upgrade because the shit we witnessing in the playoffs. Obviously, every team that had to go home, they need to upgrade. What you think? They had a bad game? Oh, I'll play better next year. They need different pieces. And our main focus today was the Papoose and Remy Ma situation. Sometimes you gotta upgrade. People think people think they have you by the balls. But that's what life consists of. We gotta continuously upgrade and not stay stagnant. So if you're at home right now, if you're at work, the day you had yesterday should be, no, the day you had today should be better than the day you had yesterday. Your days should be upgraded. You should do something today that you didn't do yesterday. Same thing with relationships. Somebody play you, just upgrade. If you lose in the playoffs, just upgrade. And that's how we're going to end today's segment on Winnin N Losin. Thank you.